Stockholm School of Economics is perhaps most well known for its bachelor and master courses. Yet there is also a PhD program at Stockholm School of Economics. And one of the courses in this program is called Experiments with Humans. And the purpose of the course is to provide the participants with the necessary conceptual and practical skills so that they would be able to assess experiments made by other researchers and, even more importantly, conduct his or her own experiments. So, in this course, every participant is asked to carry out an experiment. And this is indeed what the participants did in the 2014 version of the course. The results were presented during a final seminar in January 2015. One of the participants was Eva, who assessed what happens when a product package is comprising a story. And Irina carried out an experiment to see what happened when a website has social content as opposed to when it has no such content. Sophie, another participant, employed an experiment to examine the impact of having the opportunity to taste the product in relation to when no such opportunity was provided. Typically, a researcher would use an experiment to assess causal relations between variables, for example, to assess if A has an impact on B, to assess the relative importance of several possible causes to B, and to assess if certain contextual variables is moderating, that is strengthening or weakening the relationship between A and B. That is to say, experiments are typically used to assess causal relationships, and this makes experiments particularly useful to test theories, because the core of many theories is causal propositions. Stefan was also in the course. He did an experiment to examine the impact of cause-related marketing activities as they are communicated in ads. There are indeed many issues that could be examined by experiments. Eric used an experiment to see if marketing communication comprising art would have an impact on ad receivers. Experiments can also be used to pre-test material to be used in subsequent experiments, and this is what Nina did as part of her research on how various attributes of people depicted in ads can affect receivers. Experiments may comprise several factors. One example is the experiment made by John, who is interested in the effects of ads on investors. Another experiment with several factors was presented by Angelica, who examined the impact on shoppers of technology that serves to integrate different channels. It is kind of interesting to note that these presentations took place in a classroom, because the classroom is the main place for collecting data for experiments. In other words, the experimental method is not demanding access to a laboratory or any other specific place. This is indeed worth some attention, because many of the theories about human behavior developed by experiments are most likely produced in a classroom setting.